What's good, YouTube? Native Mass Collector. We have issue number 10 of the Delorean time machine build up from Eaglemoss. That's where we're at right now. Issue number 10 right here, which is the frame. So we finally get to put a bunch of these parts together on this frame now. So we're gonna break out the box that these parts come in, and you can see the instructions here. It's a lot more in depth than these other ones. So basically we're going to be adding on a bunch of different parts that we already put together from the first few issues, and we'll actually have what's starting to resemble a car finally. So we're going to break out the box and parts and separate everything and get it ready to go. So here's issue number 10, the box that it comes in. So another screwdriver comes with this. Here's the frame. You can see that pretty good. I also ordered a new mat, like a cutting mat, because this is just starting to get too small now. So we got another screwdriver, which I think is probably exactly the same as this other one. So we'll just put it over here. Actually, let's take a look here first. Actually, this second screwdriver is a little bit fatter on the end there, a little bit bigger. So that option now, and we got a bunch of different screws here. Got everything out of there. We have AM, GM, BM, DM, and AP screws. So we will get these sorted out here. Again, it's always wise, from what I have found out so far, to get your screws out and ready to go. That way you don't have to be held up in your process when you're putting stuff together. Like if you get a couple parts put together and you're ready to go, and it's like, oh shit, I still got screws I gotta pull out of this bag here. So I'll put each one in different section here. Some of these sections on my pad are magnetic, some are not. And leave the little card there in there with them so I know which ones are which. This section's magnetic, this one's magnetic. I also ordered a 31-day pill box to hold all these extra screws that we're gonna have. Keep them better in order. Right now they're just kind of hanging out in this little flip up area right here. I've been just putting them back in there together. I think the pill box will come in very handy because there's going to be a lot more different types of screws, and there's going to be a lot more screws, so they're not all going to fit in there anymore. So put the little baggies to the side if we need them for later. Got all of our screws separated. Again, this is the little magnetizer for the screwdrivers or whatever we need to do for that. And we'll see, I've got all these parts here, all kinds of stuff. So get to it. And the big cutting mat I bought is this color, so it's gonna be nice and bright to be able to see what's going on. So connecting the wheel hubs, step one. fit part 5A, the end of the left front suspension assembly, into the underside of the front of the frame 10A, aligning the corresponding screw holes on both parts. Turn the frame over and secure part 5A to the frame to 10A with 2 BM screws as indicated. So the left front suspension should have an L on it. So this is the right one. And then the left has an L on it, if you can see that. The frame here looks like this is, so the top picture here is this part, and it's going to slide into the underside of the front of the frame. So it should just go right in like this. So when we turn it over, it is into place. So right there, so there's 2 screw holes right here, and this thing just kind of sits right on there like that. We're going to use 2 BM screws, which are these right here. So I'll just pull a couple of these out of this magnetic area, set them right there. We'll use the new screwdriver they gave us, because I'm assuming that's what they want us to use. Get this part set in here. Good. All right there. So that's our left side is on and secure. Now we're just going to do the exact same thing on the other side with the right assembly. So 2 more BM screws. Today is October 21st, so happy Back to the Future Day to everybody out there. Seems pretty fitting that we're working on this. I'm really excited that we're finally starting to attach some of this stuff together on the frame. You know, just kind of putting a tire together here and there and some other parts was getting kind of tedious and anticlimactic, because you just have a bunch of parts laying around. You haven't really fitted anything together yet. But now we're going to kind of get the sense of the size of this thing, and yeah, so this one's good. I think we're good there. I'm going to strip it. Pretty solid. Get those 2 parts on. All right, so the front plate and steering. Place 7C on top of 10A and secure with 3 AM screws. So we have this one here. This is 7C. I don't think, no, they're not really marked. I'm just looking at the picture. So this one here, this is our front. This is going to come here and go actually in front of that. 3 AM screws. So if you can see these little tiny marks here, there is a screw here, a hole here, a hole there, and a hole looks like right there as well that we're going to be putting this on. So 3 AM screws, we'll pull those out, get those ready. And these are really, really, really tiny. So I had to go down to that smaller screwdriver set. It's nice that this is kind of flat. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. Kind of locks into place a little bit. Probably get a different view here for you guys instead of just looking straight down on there. So that, don't mind all this crap over here. Alright, so we got that on there. Next step is step 2, pass parts 7A and 7B up through the holes in 7C as shown, placing the holes over the post in 10A. Then secure 7A and 7B to the post with 2 GM screws. So we're taking this way, putting those up through. Okay. Through like that, and then this is going to fit on there, and this one is going to fit on there, so the outside parts. And then we are going to put 2 GM screws, which are these ones with the big flat heads on them. Just not getting the right light for you guys here. Need to get another light. So I'm not sure how tight these things have to be. I know it's the steering column, so you think there's got to be some sort of movement here, you know, because it's going to turn the wheels. And I'm assuming if it's too tight, unless it's just going to this part run up and down, I'm not sure. But for now we'll just tighten them down, and not too tight, but enough to where it's Okay, so that's done. Then we're going to jump down to step 3. Secure part 7D to the supports 5A and 6A with 2 DM screws. So basically underneath there to the wheel hub. So if you can see it, we got this part here to hook onto there. Those spots right there. DM. So here's a DM screw. Here's a DM screw. Make sure we get the right screwdriver for the job here. So it seems a little loose. So we'll use this one here. And I'm assuming we can flip this over because the screw is supposed to go in through the bottom. On there. This one here. So our steering column so we might have to loosen up these top ones just a hair, I think. It just doesn't want to. What's stopping it? There must be something that ends up pulling that up more to get it to fly. Because right before that it was kind of hitting there. But when it gets pushed up a little bit, it definitely makes a big difference for turning the wheels. So yeah, it's got to be loosened up, otherwise it's just not going to work. All right. Next step is step 4. Turn the assembly over and place part 8A onto the underside of the frame as shown. And then looks like we got to turn it back over again and tighten a DM screw into each of the highlighted holes to secure part 8A into the rest of the assembly. So turn this over, take this part, fits onto here. Making sure that it kind of fits where it's supposed to. It just seems like it wants to kind of do its own little thing here. That's that. And then we need to put a screw in here and here. So the DM screws. And do a little, not forcing it, but kind of squiggling around my finger to get it lined up. Two more DM screws. I'm going to go into this hole. I think we're good. Steering working. Now, Step 1 for the anti-roll bar, place the ends of part 8D through the holes in 5A and 6A. So your right and left suspensions, hubs. Then secure the 2 brackets to part 8A with 4 AP screws. So this part is plastic. So we're gonna want to be careful. And this is on the underbody part, like that. Pull this over a little bit closer to me. So that doesn't look like it's too difficult. So this hole there and that hole there. Four AP screws. So I think this thing might just be for show or something, because I don't think it's really like super sturdy or anything like that. But I'm screwing this plastic part into another plastic part, because this part here is plastic, this is plastic, and I don't want to strip it. So I'm just gonna nice and somewhat tight down, and that's it. I'm not gonna force it. Okay, next step. The wheels. Place one of the front wheels onto the end of part 5A, then place part 9E into the center of 9B. Screw it or secure it with a GM screw and cover the screw with part 9D. So we got to pop the hub off, leave the washer in there, put GM in, put the hub cap back on. So here are my tires right here. We'll take this screwdriver and we'll pop it through the back to remove the hub part. And the washer's in there. We need GM screws. So we have 2 of those. I'm going to take that, make sure we got the right screwdriver for the job here. So that. Without totally screwing something up. And I've heard the wheels get a little loose or loosey-goosey. And I heard some people put another washer in there or something. I'm not gonna get too tricked out with it. I'm just gonna let it kind of do its thing until, you know, I have to adjust anything. But that seems like it's on there pretty good. I mean, it's got to be able to spin, so. So it seems like it's on there pretty decent. We'll put the hubcap back on. That, and then we'll flip it over and do the other tire. So there's our hubcap. And the washer's still in there. Put our screw down. Whoop. Back it out a little bit. Screw it back in. Seemed like it was a little. There we go. Like, whoops, broke it. There's our flying mode. So it looks like our steering column's kind of hitting that wall again. See that spot? I'm sure there's going to be something. It seems like when it's got pressure on it, it's fine. But when you pick it up, it's not. All right, I'll put this hub back on. That, and we have moving wheels, so it looks good. Wheels are turning like they should. I think we're good there. And then it says this is what your finished assembly should look like. All right. So issue 10 is done. Move this out of the way here a little bit. Take a look at the issue. Light over a little bit. Production diary. Talks about how they had to do something with Biff's car so Marty could get away. The manure. Christopher Lloyd saying there's no way, almost standing on the ledge as it was written, but looks like they ended up doing it that way anyways. Eric Stoltz before Michael J. Fox, and his stunt double for the skateboard scenes. Biff's boys, Billy Zane. J.J. Cohen is seen as another character in Back to the Future Part 3 at the end of the film. He is part of a different gang in Marty's 1985 era nemesis, Douglas J. Needles, who is Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers. So he is in the truck with him at the end there. Doc's model. And then in the next issue, we put on the engine support in issue number 11. So there we go. Issue 10 done. Appreciate you guys sticking with me on that one. It was a longer video for sure, 41 minutes and 41 and a half minutes so far. But take your time, do this stuff right. Nothing ever happens good when you rush through things. So appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Like the video, that would be great. And then also hit that bell if you want to be notified of future content and future issues. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next video.